Alright, everybody, hello, hello. Welcome, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. No matter what time it is for you, hello and welcome to you. Sorry, just moving my mic a little closer. Welcome back to Mario Galaxy 2. We finished regular stars and we started green stars last stream. We collected, I think, 36 total. And we finished the first two worlds completely. So no more stars to collect in World 1 or in World 2. So we'll be starting World 3 today. I was going to reuse my World 3 background image for the thumbnail, but I just didn't feel right doing that, so I chose to do something else. I haven't had to look anything up yet for green stars, and I'm actually kind of surprised and a little bit proud of that. That doesn't mean we will go the rest of the run without looking anything up for green stars, by no means. But we have not had to do so far, which is very surprising. I thought beyond the first green star in Sky Station, I thought I was going to have to look everything up, but not yet. Sour maple greasy dew, indeed. Did I say greasy or no? It is greasy. Sorry, I have my glasses on. I don't know why I couldn't read that. Can't stick around right now, but I'll try to be back in like an hour. No worries. Appreciate you being here at all. Hope you're having a good one. All right. I will drop off my star bits and we will get started. This may not be a super long stream, just so you all know. I mean, last night was what? Somewhere around 4 hours? I started early tonight, so if it is a shorter stream, I give myself a little bit of time to chill before I go to sleep. But yeah, it may not be a super long stream today. It's been, I don't want to say a bad day, but it's been a little bit of an emotionally taxing day, I guess. So I'm not at my usual energy levels. So forgive me for that. And if stream is a little shorter than usual. But we are here regardless, and you know, obviously I do want to finish the game, so you know, the more streams we do and the more consistent we are, the quicker we can do that. So also, I do like this game. Late game is honestly kind of tedious. I mean, it was in the first game as well. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, late game's a little tedious, but you know, it's not horrific or anything. It's
the best content we've had.
It's tricky. It's difficult. Definitely a higher level of difficulty than I would normally.
Spectre. I like Spectre.
Do for like games that I play a lot of. I guess I don't really know how to
Nothing else even comes
phrase this. I've phrased this really bad. I'm sorry. I normally, I don't know, I guess the games I normally play are a little bit easier. I also know them better, so that's probably part of it as well. Yeah, I kind of rattled off a bunch that I play fairly consistently. As like the first couple of emulation games that I played, like Sticker Star, that's probably my number one. 3D Land is up there. Let's see, what else did we play? We did Galaxy 1, we did Sluggers. I mean, Deltarune, I hadn't played Deltarune, period. Or maybe I had, but I hadn't gotten very far. Before chapters 3 and 4 came out. So, I generally stick to what I'm comfortable with when it comes to this channel. I think that is both a blessing and a curse type of thing. Just because I don't, you know, I'm feeling it can get boring and repetitive as a viewer. I mean, I can't speak for others, but I would imagine that can get a little bit old. Even more so when I was doing literally the same thing every single stream, and not in like a not in the sense of like something like this where it was just, oh, this game took a long time to beat or whatever. No, I was like I guess Roblox is probably the best example. I flat out I would do the exact same thing every single stream. And how am I supposed to get this one? Hold on a minute. Let me fall. 'Cause that's not going to be enough, surely, right? No. Huh. Bear with me. I want to see. Is there a, hold on a minute. Is there a chance you can like get up on top of? What's going on, Blue Hedgehog Man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. Trying to figure out how to get this green star. I've found it, but trying to figure out how to. Oh, come on. Eventually Yoshi will show up here, right? There we go. Okay. So now we're back here. Maybe something like this? Are we supposed to like bounce around and... Hey, that worked! No way! I wasn't expecting that to work. Okay, we got it. That should be green star number 2. It is. Now, my question with green star 3 is same star or slide? Because slide might be a little bit difficult. Oh, it is slide, okay. By the way, I want to give a big shout out to everyone who commented on my short earlier today, asking for advice and honest feedback on the Daily Rip. Thank you. There were some good ideas listed, one of which I'm actually seriously considering implementing.
almost
in the
is.
future.
It's gonna be
I had already
990.
recorded today's by the time I uploaded that video, so unfortunately I couldn't include it in today's video. But I think it would be a useful and interesting thing to potentially add. The prices of the cards that I pull based off, you know, limited research, I guess. I'll look around for the card. The green star wouldn't be in the tree somewhere, would it? Probably not. My guess is probably not. But I could be wrong. I could have already missed it. I also really should be playing with my headphones in, and I'm just not right now. Alright, where is this green star?
I'm gonna take this time for a level.
Ow.
Because they were getting millions of views. Now they're not.
I could have already missed it. I'm fully aware. I'm not seeing it. Oh, did I saw a shadow. It could have been something else. I'm pretty sure I missed it. Oh, nope, there it is. No, that's actually so upsetting. Get all the way to the end of the level. And for what? But yeah, thank you to everyone who commented. If you haven't, and you would have interest in doing so, I'm gonna leave the video up. Always, you know, welcoming feedback. Basically, the whole reason I made that video is, I don't know, I haven't been happy with the like ratios lately. So I've wanted to legitimately go out and ask people, like, hey, is there something you'd want to see? Is there something that's working? Is there something that's not working? And sort of go from there and, you know, potentially, you know, change things. I mean, the general format would still be the same. And there's some stuff that can't be helped. But, you know, I was looking for some advice. And I got some. I got some cool ideas.
What?
Please let me jump everything. No, what? My momentum.
Wait, did you just hit the dash orb and then immediately die?
Go-Go Gadget Momentum Obliterator. But yeah. I'm gonna start showing prices, I think. I'm gonna figure out exactly how I want to do that. I had an idea in mind, but I don't know if it would be the most aesthetically pleasing. It shouldn't be too hard to do. I should just be able to add like a text overlay. I am sucking at the game right now. I should be able to add a text overlay to
I think I would too, not gonna lie.
to a specific clip
Well, of course, Victor,
of
it's not-
the
Well, it all depends if
the
it gets
video
rated right.
that would allow people to see. My concern with that is then, like, I feel like there's only going to be interest in like the more expensive cards, which I mean I guess makes sense and is fine, but like I don't know. It's not a bad idea though, and it's definitely something that I will give a try, and it won't increase the length of the video either. So shout out to Eric, and I'm trying to remember the username of the other person who commented. I apologize. I know the person. I recognize the username. It's not coming to me right now. But thank you both for the suggestion. I will try it out, and we will see what happens. yeah, I do appreciate the feedback and the advice. I was hoping for some more, like, I guess, problems, I guess? Like, people pointing out, like, problems with, my current format. Because obviously there's either something there that shouldn't be there, or there's something that should be there that isn't there. Which is where, you know, like an addition would be cool. I missed it. Why are we dropping frames? Don't do that. You have no reason to be dropping frames right now. Why are you dropping frames? Hold on. It went all stream last night. It dropped like 1,000 total frames. What is going on? Hold on. See if I can fix whatever's going on. What is happening in the background? Why is CurseForge running? That doesn't need to be running. Microsoft Edge doesn't need to be running. There's not much else I can close, dude. I mean, really, there isn't. Like, Steam's not open. Like, what else do you want me to do, OBS? Hold on, guys. Let me decrease it a little bit. It's gonna look like frickin' potato, but... No, it's still dropping. It's still dropping. Why, dude? I hate this freaking computer. I hate this computer so much. I need a new computer so bad. It's at 1,700. And we're dropping.
What is that?
1,700.
No,
Still struggling with this green star? Yes. I've reached it. I overshot it. I'm trying to fix frame rate issues right now. I apologize for my frustration. Okay, it seems okay now. I don't know what was just happening that was killing it, but it seems okay now. Whatever, we'll leave it at 1,700. I'm sorry about the potato quality. I hate this freaking computer. If it does that again, like, I straight up don't know what to do. I've researched this so many times at this point. I haven't come to a concrete solution. I need a better computer with a better GPU. I need an NVIDIA. That's what I need. I need an NVIDIA GPU. I have an AMD GPU, and it sucks. It is awful for stream quality. I need an NVENC, or I think it's NVENC. But I don't know enough about PCs to, like, put together a list of parts or whatever, so I don't know. I need to, like, need to go to somebody or, like, look it up or talk to ChatGPT or something and figure out a good freaking streaming computer.
I like the moving objects.
Because this one sucks for streaming. It's fine for gaming. It functions fine for gaming. But it's terrible for streaming. The bitrate is just awful. If you do anything over like 2,000, it drops frames. And I don't... It's a terrible viewing experience. It's already a terrible viewing experience because it's in potato quality. But It's, you know, nobody wants to watch. Oh, it's dropping again. Fantastic. Thank you so much, computer. I love you so much. You are just the best. Let me lock in and at least get this green star. Dropping again. There it goes. Mic volume is quite low. Yep. Sure is. Thank you. I'm so done with this computer, dude. I'm so done. I'm like literally considering going upstairs and getting my school laptop and bringing that down and streaming on that, because I get better bitrate on my school laptop than I do on my massive home computer. And yes, my mic volume is low. It's maxed out on OBS. It's a little far from me because I'm leaning back. I've tried like putting it on the floor and stuff like that. I guess I could try that. Let me mute it while I move it so I don't destroy your... Okay, so the problem with moving it closer to my chair is whenever I move my chair and it squeaks, you're gonna hear that. Also, hello Ben, welcome to the stream. I don't know. I really don't know. I need to be far enough away that my sensor bar will pick up my Wii remote. That's kind of the issue. I mean, like, you can hear my chair squeaking when I move it and when I move around. Like, I don't want that. I'm sure that's annoying to listen to. I don't want people to have to listen to that. But maybe you can hear me better because it's closer. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sorry for first-time viewers. I'm sure this isn't a pleasant viewing experience, and I do apologize. I'm doing my best with what I've got right now. If this is unwatchable, like, I'm sorry. I mean, I'd say I could do this on my school laptop, but then I have to re-download, or I have to send myself the ROM, and re-download Dolphin, and I really don't want to do all of that. Is this okay? Is this tolerable? Sorry about the squeaking. If this is tolerable, then I'll probably continue like this, at least until I get fed up and quit, because
This is really fun.
that's probably not too far away at this point. Like I said, I've been really on edge lately. This is not the right stream to be talking about this, but I've been really on edge lately. The last couple of days have been bitterly disappointing from a content creation perspective. You know, yesterday's Daily Rip had 1 view in 3 hours. Like, that has happened maybe twice the entire series up until then. It's doing slightly better. It's got over 100 views at this point, which is still very low for a Pokemon short. But like, it's fine, I guess. Today's Daily Rip is doing terribly, which sucks because I was actually really excited because today was a new pack that I haven't opened on the Daily Rip before. You know, I bought 2 new packs to open because I didn't want things to get boring and, you know, just have the same things all over again. I know, I understand if, you know, you're a stream watcher and not a Daily Rip watcher and you hear me talking so much about this series and you're tired of it. Like, I understand, but I just, like, this series is, like, I don't want to call it, like, my baby, but it kind of is. Like, this was, are you serious right now? Alright. This was something that was sort of very unique and original to me.
They were never next to each other.
And so, you know, I want it to do well.
Top 10.
If only because I've spent hundreds of dollars of real money on the packs that I've bought for the series. And that's why I put the video out today, just asking about, like, hey, also, how's music volume in comparison to my voice? Hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, I put that video out today to just be like, hey, you know, the like ratios haven't been where I've wanted them to be lately. And instead of just sitting here and complaining about it like I did 2 streams ago, let me ask and say, hey, what do people legitimately think? What works? What doesn't work? How can it be better? And of course, because, you know, the tags I put on that are kind of unrelated. It's not going to reach the right people, and it's not going to reach enough people, and I'm not going to get enough feedback, and it's not going to work out. You know, having a dead channel, it really sucks. Not only because it's dead, but because you can't really get audience feedback from a channel that's not super active with a lot of people. You know, you can't get feedback on what works and what doesn't because there's just simply not enough people to get a consensus as to what everyone is thinking, because everyone consists of like 6 people, and that's just not enough people to, you know, really take any meaningful insights. And again, I'm sorry I mentioned this previously, I'm sorry for complaining, or if I sound like I'm ungrateful, I'm not.
Oh, nice.
We've gained almost 100 subs since I made the big content change back in January and started doing the trading card and the writing stuff. We've gained almost 100 subs, which doesn't seem like a ton, but for my channel, it's, you know, that's actually really cool. That's really nice. I have to be careful about about this. Okay. You know, for my channel that was pretty much losing subs for like, I don't know, probably up to a year, because I wasn't consistent because of school. You know, it's cool to see at least some growth. But you know, there's been a lot of downsides to it as well. You know, things aren't really working how I want them to. I would have expected the series to gain some more traction than it has by now. But it really just hasn't. I think like the most viewed one has like 1,900 views or something. And I would have expected it to reach a larger audience by now. And it hasn't, and that's okay. But you know, it's just disappointing because again, I've put a lot of time and money into trying to improve the little things in the series, make it seem more professional, make it quicker, not take up as much of people's time, you know, try and get people involved and stuff like that, and it just hasn't ended up how I wanted. And I can't just end the series, even though that's kind of been a consideration, especially over the last couple of days. I can't just end the series. I have hundreds upon hundreds of packs sitting on my dresser. And I don't want to make it seem like I don't open packs in my free time. I do. But I have hundreds upon hundreds of trading card packs just sitting there on my dresser. Even as a card collector, I don't have a use for that many outside of the series. And thank goodness it's only that many. There's larger bundles that I could have bought and decided not to because the overall price was too high. So, you know, it's at a point where I can't even really cut my losses and, you know, just open what I have. Like, it's gonna take forever, you know? Like, and again, I hate sounding like this. I hate complaining and sounding ungrateful. It's the last thing I ever... That's the wrong button, Jack. You can't long jump on air. I hate sounding ungrateful because I've achieved more with my channel than 99.9% of YouTubers ever will. And I had a prime that I can point to and be like, that was cool. And a lot of people can't say that. So I'm sorry if I sound ungrateful. It's just I've put in a lot of time and money, and I'm just not getting the results that I would have wanted. And I don't want people to feel like they have to go and watch the series. Like, go and watch it if it's something that would interest you. I understand it's not everybody's thing.
It's so tight.
But I kind of can't help but be at least a little bit. Sorry, I'm looking just to make sure I don't miss the green, and I may have already missed the green star, but whatever. I should be playing with headphones. It would make it less likely for me to miss something.
This is the LB. Oh, there's no reason.
Just missed it completely. Alright. Where is the screen star? Well, it's not up here, but there are 3 1-ups up here. Anything going on over here? Anything at all? No? I probably already missed it.
One second. Yeah, sure.
Really?
over here or something, isn't it? Yeah. I have no idea where this is. And again, I might have missed it already, and I'm sorry if I did. Okay, we're up. Oh, no, there it is. Cool. I didn't miss it. I'm sorry, they're getting blown to the left by a fan that they are behind. How does that... Okay. You know what? Sure, whatever. Thank you, Nintendo. Very cool. Like I said, this might be a fairly short stream. I just, I don't know if I've got it in me tonight, but I have the time. Pretty soon I might not have the time. So, like, tomorrow night is a definite no. And then I'm gonna do B block first. And you know, when school comes around, I mean, we've seen it in the past. It's like, oh, I'll try to be consistent, and then I don't upload for 3 months. You know? So, it's frustrating. Hi, Cash. Welcome to the stream. Are you asking for the name of this game? I just want to make sure I'm understanding you. Okay, I see one of them. I see both of them, actually. Okay, cool. Yes, this is Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Wii. I mean, I'm not playing on Wii, but it was released on the Wii. This Galaxy in particular would be definitely easier if I had my headphones in right now. I don't know why I'm not putting my headphones in. It would literally take me 2 seconds. Let me do that, actually. I cannot judge where this is in relation to me. Hold on. Okay. Hold on a second. Nope. I didn't get enough. Do I have to triple jump for that? This might be trickier than I initially thought. It's pretty far out there. Alright. I think I figured out what I want to do. I totally misjudged that. Okay, my bad. No, we're good. We're right here. Just give me a second to line this up. Nope, I did it again. I'm just an idiot. I need my first jump to be off of this one. There we go. That should not have taken that long. Okay. Only one more, and I am pretty sure I saw it from the beginning of the level, so we should be okay. Yeah, I am hoping to maintain consistency once I get back to school. Of course, I say that every time, and then we've seen how that's gone in the past. But I will have my own room again, like I did in the last fall. I'm only taking 14 credits, so my semester load should be relatively, I don't want to say light, but it should be lighter. I might be swapping one class out for another that should be easier as well, so hopefully that'll build in some extra time. I mean, I'll have plenty to do. I'll have no shortage of stuff to do. I can go to the gym, and I just hope I don't spend the time eating and gain back the 30 pounds I've lost since I came home. But, yeah, okay. I see the green star. Yeah, I'll do my best. I can't promise long-form videos for... Unless that's something you guys would want to see, I guess. I could try. It'd probably be pretty infrequent.
Is that like one a worm?
But I think I've asked this question before as well. Like, would y'all want to see more like regular long-form videos that aren't streams or shorts? I've been opposed to the idea because I'm not a fan of the editing process. It just takes too long, and it's not worth the time you invest into it, in my opinion. Or at least it hasn't been for me in the past. If you don't want to edit, then just record a stream. Yeah, I guess, but then I'm just, like, re-uploading VODs, and that's not... Nobody wants to watch that. I mean, maybe some people do, but... I feel like that's lazy. And the last thing I want to be is lazy. Like... I've been there. There was a era of my channel when I first got to college where basically all I posted for a solid while was, just like what I would eat in the dining hall every single day. It's lazier to not upload regular videos? I guess. I guess so, but like, what would people even want to watch? You know, like, I guess I could try and edit the sticker star streams, the minimum thing challenge. I could try and turn that into a video, but like, we'd be dealing with like different mic qualities and different setups and stuff, and it's just logistical nightmare. I don't know. I should do actual long-form videos, though. Because I do shorts. I've got that on lock. I'd like to stream at least... See, I want to set a rough... I don't want to say schedule, but like I'd like to say at least once a week when I get back up to school, but... I don't know if that's sustainable. I don't know if... You know, that's something that I can maintain. And like, I'm sure people would be understanding if I had to take a week and not, you know, to keep up with school or whatever. But, oh, hello there. How am I supposed to get to you? Whoops. Spun too early. I don't know, I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated with kind of where the channel is right now, because we're at an all-time high in subs, and yet I'm still really upset with like kind of how things are performing. Like, I did it again. Like, we're at an all-time high in subs right now. We've never been higher than 1876, which is what we're at right now. But at the same time, I feel like it's the dead subs that are slowing the channel. I mean, maybe, probably, I don't know. I just, like, people don't show up to streams. Like, that's one of the big issues, is, like, I stream for 4 hours, and it gets 40 views. I guess I need to look at this through a different lens. Because it's gotten to a point where with setup and thumbnail creation and stuff like that, it's probably 4.5 hours for me to put together a live stream. And it'll typically get somewhere between 25 and 40 views. I've been dumping on making videos this whole time because, oh, it takes so long and you don't get that many views. I'm at a point where streams are doing the same thing. I'm not getting a whole lot of views from streaming either. Most of my views come from shorts at this point. But I still do it because I enjoy it. But it's, I'll just go out and be blunt and be honest. If people don't show up, it's less enjoyable. Just because I personally really enjoy interacting and seeing people engage with the content. So, for me, it's less enjoyable when there's less people. And that's not me trying to say, like, oh, I don't want people to think I don't appreciate the people who are showing up. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just sort of putting forth that it sucks when you stream for 4 hours and you get 25 total chat messages, Like, I looked at last night's stream, and I was like, oh, 40 views. That was higher than I expected. That's kind of the point we're at with the channel, where I streamed for 4 hours last night, and it got 40 views, and I was like, wow, that's higher than I expected. And we're never going to be back in our prime, 2021, where, there's 20 people showing up to every stream and everything's great. Like, I understand that, and we're not going to be there, and I'm not going to try and pretend that we're ever going to get back there, because we're not. It's not going to be like that ever again. But I feel like the growth of the channel isn't correlating with growth in terms of, like, returning viewers, I guess. Maybe that's the best way to say it. Returning viewers seems to be a problem. Like, even people who subscribe, like, do they come back? Do they watch more than one video? Like, this is probably something I could be looking at in my analytics to confirm, but it doesn't feel that way, at the very least. And again, I'm doing a lot of complaining the past couple days. I'm sorry. Y'all are not here to listen to me complain. You're here to watch me play Mario Galaxy 2. I don't know. Because I love this channel, but, I've put a lot into this era of the channel, I guess, this phase of the channel with the daily rip and the writing and everything. I've put a lot into it, and I don't feel like I've gotten a lot out of it.
Dude, that's a pull. That's a pull.
And so it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. I question, was it worth?
To an extent, why?
Is it worth what I'm putting in? Or would it be more efficient and a better idea for me to just, be like, okay, we've done what we've done with YouTube. We're out of our prime. It's done. It's over. We're not going to get back there. I'm not going to get this green star either, apparently.
Yeah, to an extent. When I'm not playing extreme.
But yeah, it's just... And again, I don't want to sound ungrateful. And I know I sound ungrateful. I sound like I'm complaining. I sound like I'm ungrateful. And everyone's probably already left. And there's probably not anyone still in stream listening to me right now. And you know what? I honestly can't blame you for that. I can't blame people for leaving. Because if someone was like, oh, I'm playing this game, and I was a fan of this game, and then they just went on ranting and complaining, I probably wouldn't want to stick around either. So I can't even blame people for leaving and not wanting to listen to me complain about stuff. But I don't really have a great place to complain about YouTube related issues and problems and stuff where I feel people would really understand outside of YouTube itself. You know? Because, with YouTube itself, like, there's other people who are also creators who understand the frustration of putting time and effort into stuff and it not ending up how you want it to. So, again, I'm sorry for complaining, and I don't want to sound ungrateful. I am grateful for how far I've come and what y'all have done for me and what I've gotten to experience. It's just, it sucks when you look back and you're like, we've fallen so far from where we were. And you try new things, you try to get back to where you were, and it just seems like nothing works. I'm gonna keep trying though. I'm gonna keep posting the Daily Rip because it's my baby, and it represents a lot of different things, and I think that in itself is valuable.
I don't even know what I got.
And again,
54.
I'm willing to take advice. I'm willing to take feedback. My frustration with the Daily Rip has come from inconsistency with how they perform. That's one thing. In fact, I made an entire rant video on it. I just haven't posted it, and I probably never will. But my frustration with the Daily Rip comes from the fact that the like ratios are how they are, but you can't attach a review to a dislike, right? You can't, it's not like an Amazon product. People can dislike, but you only end up knowing why if they leave a comment. So it's hard to, kind of gauge what is it people don't like when no one's telling you what they don't like. They're just saying they don't like it, and they're not telling you why. So that's where my frustration with the Daily Rip is right now. It's not necessarily that it's getting dislikes. It's that I don't know why. And I don't have an avenue to figure out why people don't like it. And it's not that everybody doesn't like it. Like, the dislike ratios are still most of the time over 50%, so more people like it than don't, which is good. But, and obviously you can't please everyone, and I think that's a hard truth I've really had to embrace and understand. With this series specifically, is you can't please everybody. Not everyone's you can't make something that everybody's gonna like. But if you incorporate feedback, you can make something that most people, or the people who engage with you, are more likely to enjoy. So that's why I want feedback. That's why I want people to tell me what's working and what's not working and what's good and what's bad about my content. And I want people to be honest. I don't want people to sugarcoat it and feel like they're going to get me upset if they say something and it makes me upset. Like, be honest with me. I don't care. I got been on YouTube for 11 years. You think I can't handle someone saying they don't like my content? Like, sure, it stings when somebody doesn't like your content, but I'm not. For a while, I was just kind of sitting there and being like, "Oh, well, these like ratios aren't where I want them to be." Like, why? And then I was like, "Well, you can find out why. You don't just have to sit there and dwell on it. Go ask. Go ask why people don't like it. Go ask what's working and not working." Don't just sit there. That's not accomplishing anything. And again, I've tried to make it better as the series has gone on. You know, I've tried to make it shorter to be more accommodating to people's dwindling attention spans. I've tried to make it more upbeat and positive so it's more engaging. You know, I've added music in the background. I've spent more money than I probably should have on getting different varieties of packs from different, you know, I've got Pokemon and 3 different sports. Like, I'm trying to vary things as much as I can without, you know, making myself completely broke. So, you know, it's just frustrating when it's not doing what I want it to do, despite all of that, you know? And see, in a moment like this, I'm honest, I'm like upset with myself for complaining. Like, I have no right to complain. I have absolutely zero right to complain about anything. I'm so unbelievably blessed. I have everything I could ever want and more. And I'm complaining because my YouTube videos have a couple of dislikes on them. Like, what a privilege. Like, how freaking whiny and stupid do I sound complaining about this? Like, what's wrong with me? How dare I? How dare I complain? Like, genuinely, there's people in this world who don't know where their next meal is coming from, and here I am complaining because my YouTube channel isn't doing what I want it to do. Like, how freaking stuck up and pretentious could I possibly be? To sit here and expect people to be like, oh, empathize with me. Trying to listen for a shine. The only one I hear is from the Star Medal, so I think we're gonna move on. I think I see where it is. Now, if this is the third one, I don't know where the second one is. I think this is the second one. I don't know where I would have missed the second one. If you're still watching, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for putting up with my nonsense. I appreciate it. I'm extremely grateful for each and every one of you, and just seeing people in stream, seeing people send messages means more to me than you know. The fact that I'm not sitting here talking to nobody is
So awesome. I wish I was.
means a lot.
Honestly, I'd
So
rather
thank
be
you all.
Star Driver.
for a little bit. Just I don't have anything super important to say right now, so to limit background noise, I'm gonna mute for a little bit. I'll unmute if you really want me to unmute. I don't want to sit here in silence and, you know, just have you guys listen to background noise, because I'm sure you don't want to do that. But I will unmute if, that is... Why did I... What? If you're muted, you're sitting in silence anyway. I mean, I am, but, well, I guess I'm not. I have my headphones in, but... Sometimes I just don't have a lot to say. Sometimes I play games and I sit in silence. I just do. Now, where the heck are the green stars in this level? Okay, so there's one on the platform with the gray chomp that follows you. Oh, it's motion controls. Oops. I don't know where I'm looking. gonna assume there's not one here. Okay, checkpoint. I think I hear it? Yep. Hi. Well, that's why the checkpoint's there. Oh, they just stick you on the ball. Okay, cool. So you want to stay to the left, I guess. Okay. Okay, this might take a while, because I'm awful. Hey, Eric. Welcome back. There we go. And then the other one's by the chomp. So, we know where both of these are, which is good.
I miss the old challenge.
Back in for the second one, and then we'll handle boss. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to do... Are Green Stars just the same levels again? Green Stars are the same levels, they're just randomly hidden throughout the level. And you gotta find them. And they throw you back into the same stars, and they don't give you any sense of direction. It's not, you're not trying to like get to the end, you're just, they're somewhere among the level. And you gotta find them. And there's, I think, 2 or 3. I think larger galaxies have 3. Smaller galaxies with only 1 star have 2. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to just finish World 3 and be done, or if I want to at least start World 4. We'll see.
Top 10,000.
Actually, not bad star bits from this. Alright, so there's one... Okay, so no, I see it. It's right there. How get... I think the best course of action is just get this dude out of here first, and then figure it out. Let's go. Thought I missed it. Totally thought I missed it. So 2 in Fearsome Fleet, and then we're done with World 3. We're honestly getting through these faster than I thought we would. So this will put us at 54, if my math is mathing. So almost halfway. Then once we get all of them, we just got to get up to max star bits in the bank, and then we'll unlock Grandmaster. And Grandmaster might kill me. I'm not even gonna lie. Grandmaster Galaxy might actually murder me in real life.
Explorers? Wait, they key canceled Explorers? What about Firebird? I find it funny how he rated his Explorers and it was just a dash spider like fuck.
Listening for twinkling. I think I see it behind this guy. Oh, I can blow him up. Nice. You asked where to find women, and I replied.
I flipped it. Let's go, dude. Oh yeah.
That is quite funny, I must say. $4,000 in the bank. Let's go. He yearns for the mines now. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Bank Toad yearns for the mines. Let's go. Based Bank Toad.
No, I beat it. I think we were talking. No. No, I didn't have it. Number 998.
All right.
Complete.
To be fair, he's wearing a diaper. All the children here, and this is true.
7 minutes.
Is that canonically a diaper? Was that ever? Did we know?
What did you say? Sorry. 998. Misty
Yoshi
Mouse
is 2 demons away from 1,000 on Geometry Dash. W Yoshi in the chat.
Alright, Misty Mountain's time. I have to get its I've heard mixed things about it. I tried to beat this my first stage 3, literally 4.5 years ago. And I Misty Mountains. Yeah, I agree.
There we are. No.
1,812 attempts.
All the way back to the beginning. Apparently they're pants. Okay. Well.
Oh wait, where were you? I'm sorry if I distracted. Yeah, I don't know where you were.
frick? How does that even... Hold on, wait! Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. There's another one. Okay. Bro left without me. That's crazy. Alright. So there's that one. There's a second one. We don't know where it is. We're trying to find it. Checkpoint would be awesome right now. Great. Cool.
Yo, Fusion's far, guys.
I don't hear anything. Come on. Sent you context to the earlier conversation
guys.
in DMs. Alright. Yoshi, please. Can you work with me here? In-game Yoshi, not real life Yoshi.
way.
There we go. Nope, not on the ship. Is it off to the right? Oh, it so is. Hold on. Let's go. Totally thought I screwed that up. Alright. Honestly thought you just crashed out on your brother. No. I would never. Yo, 400 likes, Hunter? That's crazy.
Alright, Misty Mountains.
Where do they spawn?
9.
The wombs of God-fearing mothers. In the end, near the Enderman. That's insane. I mean, makes sense. All Christians are Minecraft players. So. That's funny. Yeah, they spawn in the end. Rare spawn in end cities. The woman. that was a very funny exchange. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right. That was literally on a Christian Minecraft video. All right. Do I play World 4? I don't know. Alright, these all have 2 each. Good to know. I mean, they're 1-star galaxies, so I guess that makes sense. Maybe I'll do like a level or 2. Oh, sweet mystery. This comet medal was annoying. I remember that.
Would you die?
Okay. Maybe I'll do a level or 2. We'll see. Oh, I see one of them. Ah, the sparkles shine through the platform. There we go. That's what's weird about these is like, because the level's already done, you're not traversing to the end of it and they're somewhere in between. They're generally pretty quick to find, so you can get a lot of them in a short time period. Still shocked I haven't had to look anything up yet. Alright. second
Dude,
one.
this is getting ridiculous. Wow.
Eric, I need you to say a special prayer for me tonight. If you wouldn't mind doing that. I have to take a trip to the DMV tomorrow to get my real ID. So, prayers would be legitimately appreciated. I'm like joking, but I'm also not joking.
That would have been an insane.
Do you have 5 proofs of address? We actually struggled to find 2. Because, like, because I haven't worked, I don't have, like, tax documents or that type of stuff, so I don't, there's only so much stuff that gets mailed to me that would, like, count, so we legitimately struggled to... Where? Over the... Okay. That's just not gonna do it. Alright, we have to go get the Comet Medal, pretty much. But yeah. I have what I need. We found it, but,
Dude, this all gives
you
me
never
so-
know with the DMV. And then apparently I'm getting my car is getting inspected, like, while I'm there. So there's that. Where's the... Okay. At least we can pick up some... Okay, so we can see where it is. I don't remember how to get to the Comet Medal. I thought it was just go right, but apparently it's not. Alright. Over
Wait, are you
here...
back home?
Ah, I see. Over here... There we go. Got it.
I'm so down.
So yeah,
And
I've got the DMV tomorrow, and then I've got
That just
a
kinda-
nice baseball game with the family tomorrow night. So that should be
Not because I know
enjoyable.
all
Also, we totally should be able to do something that week that you suggested. I haven't fully settled. I'm planning on taking my certification exam somewhere in that time period. I haven't settled quite on a date yet, but I will definitely keep you posted on that. Couldn't find a prayer for the DMV. Let me do Honey Hop, and then I'll evaluate if I want to keep going. Well, there's one of them. We'll go on an excursion to celebrate your certification. Sounds enjoyable.
Oh, I beat that like recently. I beat that like a month ago. Wait, what did you say? You know, we should play Trickster's Funhouse. Do they know about Trickster's Funhouse?
Where would that... I assume it's the first. There's no way the one all the way over by Queen Bee is the first green star. There's no shot.
Is it actually good?
Alright, where did these things spawn? Okay, cool. There we are. I hear a certain sound. Where's it at? It's underneath. I don't... I hear it. I don't see it. Is it under the platform? No. So where is it at? Hold on a minute.
Wait, where'd you go?
Wait. I am confused. I am mightily and thoroughly confuzzled.
The dual small.
Is it above this dude?
This duel wasn't as hard to relearn as I thought.
Where is it at? Let me change the camera!
For what, your first... No, I was genuinely curious. I don't know.
No. Where is it? Sounds like it's out in this direction somewhere. Oh. Because it is! Wow, imagine that! I'm quite stupid. Also, just since we're on the topic of Christianity, roughly, I just want to bring something up that I saw today that really resonated with me. I saw a video. It was
This is Dwayne. Dwayne is very...
like how people think, or like how people think religion works, or how people think God works, or you know, God reacts to sin. And it's like basically the, you know, God's just like, oh, yep, said you wouldn't do it again. Here you are once again. You know, yeah, you're so sorry. You know, and yet this keeps happening, you know. You're despicable, you know, all this stuff. And then versus how God actually responds. And I think, you know, generally seeing a video like that, I would be like, yeah. You know, okay, that's cool. That's great. That's nice that, you know, people recognize that. But today was one of the situations where I kind of took a double take almost. Like, hold on a minute. Am I like unintentionally, you know, perceiving God that way? Like, am I, like, without even meaning to, am I like making my own definition of God almost, and like believing that God is angry at me, and believing that, you know, because you know, specifically in the case of repeated sin, like am I deluding myself? Am I convincing myself that, you know, God is upset with me because I'm dealing with a certain sin or giving into a certain temptation or something like that. Like, and not just like on a surface level. I mean, like, how do I describe this? I mean, like, I think I forget about the nature of God, the all-loving nature of God quite a bit. Like, I tend to get caught up in, like, don't know exactly how to describe it, but like I understand fundamentally, and I guess in these like moments where I struggle to, you know, accurately comprehend, you know, God's feelings towards me. I tend to assume, I guess, that, you know, because things happened a certain way, you know, God is angry at me, or, you know, that I am not, maybe not necessarily, I mean, I guess to an extent that God is angry with me, but more to something along the lines of, like, God is, or maybe not God, like, I am, like, I'm not inherently evil. That's not what I'm trying to get after, but, like, can I wall jump as a bee? I cannot. Okay. How do I word this? I'm struggling with exactly how to word this. Like, if I continually fall into a sin, and I struggle with, you know, breaking free of it, I tend to, like, fall into, I guess, I really don't know how to phrase this. I'm really struggling with how to put this. Like, believing... Let me get this star, and then maybe if I'm fully focused, I can find a better way to... Hello? Let me get this star first, and then I'll see if I can explain this a little better. I tend to feel, obviously, guilt, but, like... Like I'm extra failing and disappointing God because of, like... I really don't know how to put this. Spiritual anxiety, maybe? Like, I tend to feel like I'm not, like, when I'm not fully doing everything in my power to push back against the sin and the temptation, like, I feel an extra layer of guilt and shame, I guess, because not only of the sin itself, but because I had the capacity to stop myself, and I didn't. Maybe that's the best way to put it. Like awareness of not just that I have sinned, but I had the capacity to... I mean, obviously, with exceptions, you always have the capacity to say no. But something about, like,
Are you talking about random shit?
recognizing, like, not necessarily, not to say that, you know, temptation isn't strong, but, like, recognizing that you could make the right decision, or that you, like, feel convicted, you feel accountable, and you still choose to do the wrong thing, I guess. I don't know how to word it, but, like, it's something I've really been struggling with recently, is, like, when there's, like, you have a full-on, like, struggle, like, you are convicted, and you're really battling back and forth, and you end up sinning, there's, like, an extra layer of guilt and shame because you had that back and forth. Like, because there was some part of you that was conscious and like, this is wrong, I should not do this. There was a part of you fighting back against it and you chose not to listen to it, I guess. It's not just like a, you full on screw up. There's like a part of you that recognizes, even like in the moment, like, this is not good. But like, your flesh wins out, I guess, and you sin. Maybe that's the best way to put it. Like, not the moments when you're just completely like blinded and you do something stupid, but like when there's an actual battle and you know, the flesh is I don't want to say the flesh is victorious, but like you choose the side of the flesh rather than the spirit. I've really been struggling with like feeling extreme
There we go.
guilt
GG's.
and shame in those moments.
GG's.
And I don't want to say I feel like it changes how God looks at me, because I don't think that's exactly accurate. But it makes me feel like, I don't want to say like I'm failing God, because obviously we're all failing God. We're all sinners. But come on, Jack. Like, ignorance, almost? Like, it's not just blind stupidity, like, it's almost, it feels like God was trying to lead you in the right direction and you just refused to take the lead. So it's like the guilt and shame of the sin on top of the guilt and shame of recognizing that there was a way out and you didn't take it. That's probably as clear of an explanation of it as I'm going to be able to give. And I've been struggling lately with not just feelings of like guilt and shame, but like, I guess, self-loathing. That's probably the best way to put it, is just flat out self-loathing of like, you should have been better, you need to be better. This is inexcusable, not just because what you did was wrong, but because you had the opportunity to turn away and you didn't. And so it goes beyond just like guilt and shame. It becomes like I said, like self-loathing and like a deeper regret. Or I guess, I don't, again, I'm sorry if I'm wording this really badly, but like, you know, I guess I sort of lose sight of exactly how God looks at me. And I tend to, you know, feel like I've failed God even more egregiously, and I think I need to do a better job of recognizing that, yes, I am stupid. And because the way that this video that I watched today, that is kind of sparking all of this, the way that the video put it was like, the person is like talking to God basically, and they're like, yeah, I did this thing, I screwed up, and then God kind of responds like, yes, you sinned. But the flesh is strong. Like, I know that. I get it. I'm not justifying what you did. But I don't look at you any less because of it. I still love you just as much as I did. I'm not disappointed in you. Like... Or maybe disappointed isn't the right word. I don't know. But it's... Not affirming it, obviously, but... you know, not dragging you through the mud, I guess. And... Exactly, Hunter. Yeah. And to an extent, I understand that, and I know that. But, like, in the moment, I lose sight of that, I guess. And I don't want to say I'm harder on myself than God. But I guess to an extent, and I mean this in, like, a negative way, because, like, if God can forgive you, you can forgive yourself, right? So, it's... I guess... Again, I'm all jumbled with my words here, and I apologize, but... If you have a copy of Mere Christianity, there's a paragraph in the chapter on sexual morality where he talks about continuing to pick yourself up after your failings. It's pretty helpful. Right.
That's so
that sounds like sort of kind of like what I'm talking about here. I think it a lot of it has to do with perspective, like your perspective on yourself and on your sin and on like the situation, and you know, I guess I've had a change in perspective recently that has led to more frustration with myself when I am an idiot. And the video was just a nice reminder of, like, you know, the flesh is there, and not affirming sin, not saying it's okay, obviously, but I've always kind of thought about it in the way of, like, if you feel guilt and shame after sinning, that's a good thing. Like, it's not good that you sinned, but it's good that you felt guilt and shame, because it means that you're feeling conviction. It means that you know right and wrong, and you know that what you did is against the will of God, and that you want to be better. And so the problem then runs into, like, you know, falling into a cycle of messing up
I'd like to see
and
Mark
repenting and,
I hope Mark gets rated.
you know, repeating that over and over again. And
No,
it's
I
not
could
necessarily
take
that
my
you
eyes
don't
off
mean
that.
it when you say, oh, I repent, you know, I pray for forgiveness, I'm sorry for what I did. It's not that you don't mean it, right? It's just that you struggle to sort of break out of the cycle that you're in, repeating that sin for, you know, whatever sin it is and whatever reason. You've struggled to have that fundamental change in behavior and, you know, break out of it. But I don't think, because it's easy to, I feel like there's two different perspectives on this. There's one that's like, oh, if you were really sorry, you wouldn't do it again. And then there's the other perspective that's like, you can be sorry, you can repent, you can want to be better, and then you can struggle with it and fall into it again. It doesn't mean you don't love God. It doesn't mean that you're willingly trying to sin against God. I mean, if you make the physical choice, so obviously you're willingly doing it, or else it's not a sin. There's, you know, actual, like, you have to willingly do it of your own volition for it to be a sin. But what I mean is, like, you can be sorry, you can repent, you can be repentant, and still, like, struggle with that sin that you're repenting of. Like, I guess. Yeah, and it doesn't mean that you're not sorry, it doesn't mean that you're not repentant, it just means that you're struggling against flesh, and I don't know. If I'm phrasing this badly, I'm sorry. It's that video really stuck with me today because I was like, hey, you know, I'm kind of in this situation where I, you know, sort of really beat myself down about, like, you had an escape, you could have not done this thing, you could have taken the right road and you didn't, and you should feel extra bad about it. And I guess that has sort of was reassuring seeing that and being like, you know, God recognizes that you can be sorry and repentant and still struggle with a sin. Like, that's a thing. I guess. I don't know. Sorry for the tangent. I mean, I'm not sorry because it's a good conversation that I think is a conversation that's very good to have. I'm gonna go out of order here, and I'm gonna do the castle next because 2 stars gets us to 180, and that's where I'm gonna stop for this stream.
Oh, wait.
We'll be at exactly halfway to
Hello. How's it going?
to 120 green stars. We love Christianity Talk here on the Mario Man 2 Fun Food channel. We do. And one of the biggest blessings that I've received throughout my time on this channel is that I have a lot of Christian viewers.
Okay.
That I can have good Christian-centered talks with. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm incredibly grateful for it. I saw the first one. It's over
stop.
here on this. That was stupid of me. Hold on. That's not. That's not what I wanted to do. That. Oh. Okay, sure. I used the wrong equation and I got the right answer. I thought I could wall jump off of that, but I couldn't. So maybe you're supposed to do it that way. Maybe you're supposed to get a high enough. Chat clip that. Chat clip that. Anyway. Green Star 2 gamers, let's go. See, that'll be 60 green stars. And then we can finish World 4 and other stars at another time. But I'd like to give myself a little bit of time before I go to bed tonight. I have a long and probably arduous day tomorrow at the Department of, as my good friend Mike would describe it, the Department of Motorized Vehicles. There's a very funny high school story that I've probably told, or we've probably told, at some point. But if you are not familiar with it, so I guess it must have been Mike's birthday. That's the only way that would have made sense for him to be at the DMV instead of being at school this day. So I was not in his history class this semester. But my friend Paul was. That they split us up weirdly for some reason. I don't remember exactly why. It was kind of odd. But basically this was like still hybrid COVID times. So he like logs into the Teams meeting that we're all a part of, or the people who are at home can log into the Teams meeting, right?
Did it
Like,
get sent or something?
and you have to have like a valid excuse to be at home, right? Like you have to be like, oh, I'm sick, or you know something else is going on. You can't just like choose to stay home, right? That they weren't cool with that, for the most part.
Alright. I'm going from zero on this one now.
But Mike is like, he's like in line or like waiting in a chair or something in the DMV. And he joins the call and he's like, hey, name of my history professor. I'm at the Department of Motorized Vehicles, and that is how he said it, according to Paul. The Department of Motorized Vehicles. I guess he was getting his license. That's the only thing that would have made sense. Is it on top of this block? It is. Okay, cool. You know, he's just like, hey, I'm at the Department of Motorized Vehicles getting my license, but you know, I'm here. I'm on the, I'm on the, you know, the call. And so he just responds to him and just goes, Michael, you're either in my classroom or you're absent. And then, like, kicks him off the call. So, yeah, Mike in high school was always kind of a guy who was, like, he was a little bit of a show-off, class clown type. So, you know, he's trying to be funny and make a joke and whatever. My history teacher was just not having it. He was like, nah, you're either here or you're not here. Bye. And he kicked him off the Teams call. So, by the way, one of the best teachers I've ever had in my life, that history teacher. He was amazing, and I love him.
Not right now.
Anyway, one of many funny Mike stories.
I'm down.
Or, to me, it's funny. I don't know if anyone else would find it funny, but, alright.
Yeah, I'm down.
Eric did, in fact, clip that. 1500 bitrate
No,
Mario
I
Galaxy.
something.
Yum.
Not right now. I'm trying to beat this. All extremes,
Yeah, there we go.
I'm beating this level.
Alright, so we are at 60 green stars. We got
Yeah, that'll be dope.
24 today, I think, if I'm mathing correctly. So we're halfway there.
We can like make a group.
I'm going to call it an early night tonight. I'm just not feeling it. But thank you guys very much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you especially to Hunter and Eric for chatting with me. I appreciate it. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it may be. What's up, VOD watchers? If any of you are out there watching the VOD, by the way, hey, howdy, how's it going? But alas, have a good one, everybody. Stay safe, and always remember,
It's like me, yeah.
Jesus loves you.